All right. Hi guys. I'm back with another video. Uh, Today, basically, I want to share with you the new playbook that I'm using right now. No more using Ada because I've switched to using Cloud Code, and I pretty much like it very much. Mostly because of its agentic nature. That means, uh, you know, when you plan and when you ask to execute, no longer it will do like one thing at a time. It will basically just keep going until it finish the whole basically plan steps. Right. So the video today just want to share on Cloud Code and the new vibe code, you know, um, new but a new term lah. Yeah, they call it context engineering. This is not something new because I've made videos previously showing that before we do any AI coding, that we should prepare and plan and create the steps and everything. But before this, nobody actually put the label to this process. But now this is what they call context engineering. Yeah. All right. So just want to share because I haven't shared this before. There are 4 progression on AI programming. This is what I've observed until now. um, we start off using AI last time, just using copy and paste from the UI. You generate codes in ChatGPT, then you copy and paste the code to your IDE. This is like way in 2023, I think. And then when VS Code has extension for GitHub Copilot, and then we started using inline completion engine, that is also pretty cool. And then they come up with a Copilot chat, something of like a chat UI inside your IDE. And then then the prompt engineering term comes up at the time as well. So we prompt inside the IDE using the chat window, and then straight away created the file. So that's also in another playbook. But now I think the using an AI coder agent like Cloud Code, or before this is actually started off with Cursor Composer and using context engineering instead. To me, this is basically right now is the pinnacle of using AI as a pair programming tool. Right. So personally, I think the stages of 1 to 3 are the playbooks of the past. I mean, if you are still doing it this way, it's I would say it's fine. Um, just to understand and learn how AI behave when you do this kind of strategy. But to me personally, AI code agent is based should be the base tool you should use because like I said before, the one of the thing that you have to do all the time when you use AI is you need to plan first and then look at the plan. If the plan is sound, then you ask to generate the code. But if you're not using any coding agent that has this as a built-in, like the one in Cursor Composer has a to-do, as an automatic to-do breakdown task generation, and now Cloud Code also have the same. Actually, Cloud Code did it first, if I'm not mistaken, and then Cloud Composer have that as well. Uh, if a tool can automatically do this for you, then to me that should become the base tool for coding assistance, right? And also because when you did and you when you done this right, then basically you can finish days of work in hours and hours of work in minutes, and that's what I have experienced so far using Cloud Code and using this context engineering. Although context engineering is something that I have done since before anyway, right? So okay, so on top of that, I also want to share a technique, not technique, strategy that was introduced by one of the popular YouTuber called Medin, if I'm not mistaken. His name is. Uh, and also he has also introduced a context engineering template for anybody to use. So I'm going to use his template to show you how we can you know complete a medium size, not medium size, like a bigger than a small size project very quickly using these steps and technique. Yeah? Right. So as before, what are the things that we need? First of all, we need for you to prepare your static programming related context. So static, what static means, is this is a document that document your strategy, your tech stack, your architectural pattern, your design pattern if you're using it all the time in any of your project. And you should only do this once just to become the standard for the AI to follow. And only once in a while, if you change a little bit here and there, then you update this document if necessary. This is very similar, but basically it was based on what was popularized before, called a cursor rule. So basically, technically, it's the same, right? So we need to prepare this first, and then we need to prepare the rough idea prompt. So stating what we are building, what features we want in this app. Example scenario, just to show that if there's something as a bit different than what is popular, then you should have this scenario written down as well. And if possible, just also mention the actors, the users of the app. So this will help the Cloud Code to basically understand, pretty much what you're doing before it helps you generating the product requirement, or the detailed requirement. I don't want to use the word product requirement or project requirement document because it's too big. So let's just say the detailed requirement of building the app. Right, you can use ChatGPT for this. I'm always using AI UI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini to help me. While I build this rough idea, they can also give input on that. But keep it rough, keep it basic, keep it generic, because the next step builds from this step. Right, and then save it as an initial.md. You will notice later why we use the word initial.md, because this is basically the templates part of the file inside in code's context engineering templates. And then later on we will execute the planning and also the execution part of the technique lah. Okay, right. So with that, let's start. Okay, so first of all, we will need the template. So I'm going to git clone the whole template first and bring it down to my local files. Right. So I'm going to use, I already created a folder for this in context engineering. Okay. Right. So wait, have I copied? Right. So one thing I also need to mention is that Cloud Code doesn't run on Windows shell or Windows terminal directly. So what you can do is you can actually use the WSL, which is the Linux uh, emulation, is it in Windows lah. So how to do that is when you open the VS Code, just Control Shift P for you to connect to WSL. So this basically will start the WSL environment inside inside VS Code, right? And it will now ask to open a folder. So basically, inside your WSL, everything will start from a /mount. I mean your folders. So I put it in C, in temp, and in context engineering there. Right. So let's open it. So let's do a git clone. To this folder, it will actually clone it to a folder inside. Okay, where is it? Should I refresh? Okay. Okay, so basically, I'm a Python backend developer as well. So I specify quite a few things. One is actually best practice, so follow BAP8. All these principle to follow, use OWASP coding practice, docstring, modular, reusable, scalable, and all these things lah. We need to mention it. All right. So tech stack is Python, FastAPI, Postgres. I'm gonna change this to SQLite because I want to use SQLite in this project. Right, and then as always, from user request go to the router, and then service class. The one that is quite typical if you want to use or build something scalable. And my design practice is using dependency injection. Like, where is it? Yes, so here. So in terms of best practice on layer, basically I'm using the layer architecture. So the rules on that is here. So basically it says that services will inject dependency from from other service or from DB session. And then router should only has routing logic, everything else delegate to service. And then on schema using pedantic and do the validation here. Right, so there is a structure. My project structure using the DDD domain driven design. Right, so basically this is my rule. So if I were to generate any project, should follow this rule. So I am exposing this to the AI uh, via the when we generate the PRP. I like to add here when PRP is generated. First, using PRP templates will be based here, which is using the code template for a baseline what a PRP needs to look like. But I'm also going to add using basically what cloud, sorry, cloud.md is as rules and guidelines for coding. Okay, right. Okay, so just adding that so that it will also refer to my Claude MD. All right, so I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, okay. So uh, I have prepared an example project for this particular thing. Or before that, let's just run by. Let's just create a virtual environment. You know, that's basically the thing that we need to do all the time when you create a new. Right, this will create a virtual environment. Uh, Give it a second. Oh, okay, in the meantime, what is it just now? Okay, so I have generated uh, a simple app for this tutorial. So the app basically just something that we develop all the time. So it's technically user registration, login. But this time I added a little bit more just to show that even it's like we can even it's a little bit more complicated. The app the AI can actually still help to build this quickly. So basically the idea is there's a user registration with validation and user login with using DWT. And then we have a user dashboard after authentication, and then we have a public landing page, just another one, and then email. The user registration will hopefully link up with the email activation. So basically the idea is when user register, then the app will send an email, and then the user will activate from the link inside the email. So that's quite typical what do you call it workflow, right? So I'm going to use Gmail SMTP. So I think I need to have this tested first. So I'm going to build a simple script or ask the AI to build a simple script so that you can test, you can send or not, right? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, the thing is already created. Now let's activate it. So we're gonna activate using source bin activate. All right, so let's launch Claude. I forgot. I'm gonna use the dangerously I forgot skip permission flag just because I don't want to be wait, keep clicking the what do you call it the permission. So I'm going to do a YOLO mode for this tutorial, but don't do this if you're doing it later for office work. Only do this if you really are confident that you really don't need to for the AI to confirm what it's doing for you. All right, so okay, Claude is up. So we have the Claude file, initial MD. Right, so again, before we start on the project itself, I just want us to actually create the script for us to test. So, all right, if that's the case, then can you help me create a simple runnable script to test email myself using this SMTP config. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. You automatically do a to-do, and it will iterate until all its to-dos done. I will I was, basically fast forward lah every time. We have, so that you don't have to wait until all these tasks are done. All right. Okay, so to run the script is python test email.py. Let me see where this file is. Oh, same. Okay, it looks like the same. So let's run it again. Okay, it says that SMTP configuration loaded and with email. So just use my email company email. All right. Managed to get it working. This is it's not the code fault. It's just my I, the email I put up is wrong. So okay, so just clear that and then show that the email is already in. Okay, right. So, oh, sorry. Okay, so now we know the email is working. We can use that uh, to proceed. So let's use the rough prompt that ChatGPT help us write this now. I'm gonna use that and paste it in the feature part. Okay, it should be okay. Then we can use the first uh, command, which is generate PMP, and then it's initial.md. So this one already saved. Let me just double check that I put up MD as the rules and guideline. Okay, that's correct. Okay, I think we can proceed. Right, so now it will basically generate a detailed requirement document inside this folder, the PRPs. Okay, so now we have no file there. All right, looks like it's completed. So let's look at the file that's been generated. Okay, so right goals, session, account lockout, seeding management, authentication dashboard, on the interface, email activation system. So, does it know how to build the email thingy? Oh, it has here the test email. So yeah, email sending utility. Okay, it's there. Good. It's quite clever. All right, all right. I think, wow, there's a lot of tasks here. Hmm. Okay, you know what? I'm fairly confident with the requirement has been generated. Rate limiting is also there. There's a file to be created. Okay, async approach, email activation as an existing config. Okay, admin seeding. Right. So I think I'm okay with that. So now let's move on to the fourth step. Is it fourth step? Yes, to fully implement. Yeah. Right. So let's do an execute PRP, and the file is in PRPS slash fast API dash off dash system dot md. YOLO. Okay, so since we don't no longer need the example folder, let's just remove it so that we reduce, we can focus on things that are being developed right now. So let's just see as things are progressing. Right, the first to-dos are being generated. All right, guys, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes, more or less. We are on the final validation. It really takes some time to actually get this app running, but the AI actually added quite a lot of stuff as well. So let them finish it first, and then we'll run it and see if we can actually do a end-to-end test. Yeah, so looks like everything's completed. All the testing are now passing. Okay, completed all implemented features. Wow, enterprise grade security. Okay, anyway, uh, I also monitored the how much uh, money that thing used. So my best guess is about $8. So for 2 hours plus of development, and quite a lot of features to done here as well. I don't think that's a bad exchange. So let's just run it first. All right, until it says the server is running. Still a rollback here though. Never mind. Let's just try it. Okay, so this is how it looked like. So the public site is running. So we have to log in and we have account, create account, email for activation. So there you go. That's the email. So I have to activate it. Click here, I think. Yeah. So activate account. Activate now. Sign in now. So I think it's sign up today. And passwords. Sign in. What the heck? Refresh. Access denied. All right. Managed to register successfully. Email activation works. Right? Okay. Then activated my account successfully. Login looks successful, but I got this error. What we can do is with Cloud is to share a screenshot. Oh, so slow. Text messaging. Let's just share it here. Okay, let's retry it. Hmm. Sign in. Oh, okay. Works. So many things it's added. Export data, account security. Oh my God. No wonder it takes very long. I was thinking to just do a simple, registration, login, and then like retry, and then lock the account. That's it. I have this and this. It's a lot. Edit profile. Don't need all this actually, but okay. This is too much. Okay, but let's just try the logout. Sorry, sign in with the admin. What kind of password is this? What? All right. I okay the user account login and dashboard works great now, but if I try admin login with this app, it said successful, but cannot enter the admin area. Okay, so yes, the log. Okay, let's try again. Should we start? Okay. Sign in admin 123. There you go. Admin panel, blah blah blah. All these tests uses inactive, inactive, active admin. All right, let's do one last test. The field test. So let's put up a wrong password. Sign in. Okay, that's one time. Okay, that's second time. It should say that it's locked now, right? Let's see if we log in again with admin and see if there is a lock. Yeah, it is locked. So actually, if it's locked, it should say when you try the third time, say your account is now locked or something, right? Anyway, say login failed. It should say locked. Okay, anyway, don't want to keep the video too long. I hope you guys can see how good is Cloud Code is. And until then, see you guys.